Hi guys, GamingBear here. Right, you know I had that question about going up and getting the from the zero because of the Japanese line. Well, I've got 35,000, almost 36,000 experience. Let's have a look at the tech tree. So, how much do we need for the next one? So, looking in, let's. Oh, I've actually researched it already. So yeah, we've just got this free experience anyway. Oh, so. In fact, I've got the credits. Let's go and get the tier 7, shall we? Yeah, let's do this. So the first look at the tier 7. That's looking good. Let's use some tokens. I want to use some tokens. I'll use some. Get combat wing. Get him sorted and boom. 1.33 million. View in the hangar, let's have a look for the first time. Oh, the big brother. Very, very nice. Oh, that does look gorgeous. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm glad I made this choice. I do like the look of that. Ow. Yeah, very, very neat. Okay. Right, let's check what it's got. So we're going to get, let's have a look at the aircraft specs and check out how things alter with the different changes, so we can look at things. So the first engine gives you less weight, 20 better airspeed, which this will probably need, better rate of climb. Okay. The second one gives you 4 plus 40. That's nice. Even better rate of climb, up to 328. Okay, neat. The fuselage gives you plus better dive and better airspeed, so that's nice. We then come to the next gun, plus 24. Yep. And it's actually an improved dive as well. Oh, useful. Very nice. Let's have a look at these big guns. A slightly reduced rate of climb. The dive is increased, airspeed's increased, gun armament goes up substantially. From the 13mm cannons to the 20mm cannons, so it depends what you're facing. And then the central, by adjusting this, let's have a look, more, ouch, that's so nice. So you gain a new gun in the middle, more airspeed, more maximum dive, and a slightly decreased rate of, oh, I like the look of that. So first, let's research the plane side. Let's add that in, see how that looks. Doesn't really look a lot different, but we know that it is. So then we look at how does this affect. So I'm gonna have to build up some experience. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's do I want to test it like this? No, I want to at least have the best engine possible. And let's mount that in. Now let's have a look at how these changes. This that purely affects the gun armament, none of the other characteristics. So I can wait for that. This one reduces the rate of climb but gives it a significant boost to the air power. And this one, different rate of climb, slightly heavier, but a lot of additional firepower. Two twin 40s, two twin 20s. Wing mounted. I'm going to go with this. Let's test it out in this configuration. So let's look at the starting point, 520 up to 300 meters, 720 up to 200, and reducing 200 up to 720 meters, and reducing from 200 to 0 out to 900 meters. Okay, so let's put some basic equipment on. Let's go for fire extinguisher, first aid kit. Oh. Put that there, and pneumatic restarter. Let's get that in. And let's see what we can do. So first sortie. Oh, let's have a look at some paint. What do we want? Okay. This one, okay, that gives plus 10. Alright, we'll look at that. Oh, that's a nice colour scheme. I wish I could put that across all of them. That's nice. Desert. Oh, that's nifty. And then the marine. Oh, that's nice. What emblems can we put on? Oh, we got this birthday one. Yeah, let's put that in for the 4th. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I'll go with that. So, without any other equipment, I want to see this. It's not fully equipped, so I'm testing it as is. So let's see what it's like. And then I can decide what characteristics I want to add to it, whether it needs bigger guns. And let's see what it can do. So let's get in for the first game and give it a run for its money. Okay, we're southeast. Let's head into the military base, start dogfighting to start at the very beginning, and see just what this is like. So, yeah, I really want to test this out. I'm really excited.
Attention, you are entering the zone controlled by the enemy.
Alright, well, thank you. First law of robotics has been rescinded. Very good point. Very neat. So yeah, centre, that does look very sleek. I like the look of that.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Okay, why thank you. I don't like talking over people. So yeah, so we've got no equipment, so it's not going to be the best it could be. It's going to be as good as I can fly it, as always. So and then we'll test to see what to put in, what it needs. It looks like it needs a bit of extra speed, but that everyone else is running away from it. Oh, let's see how it goes. But yeah, and then we'll know what it's like in a dogfight. They're all going that way. I decided to change and go this way instead. We've got the central area. We'll have it very soon. So I thought I'd go and help these guys. Guys coming in, we've got a bit of height, so it takes a while to get to target, and that's one aspect immediately discernible. Let's try and boost in. I don't think I got the kill. Little badger. Issues with my mouse then. So, the gun, you need more firepower. Let's not be here. Let's come under that, come in around behind him. You need bigger guns. I got someone else on my tail, possibly. Let's get under that. Let's fix that. He's seriously after me. Yeah, he really wanted me. Yep, the guns do need enhancing. Oh, come on. Ah. Shucks. I don't know why all of our guys are going one place. How many real people have we got? One, maybe? Yeah. Finally. Cool. Let's get a bit of height. Oh yeah. It's very nice, even without those big guns. Everyone's coming back here. We need the new. We need the other areas. Oh, come on. So we are looking at tier 8 games, so yeah. Tricky situation. Susceptible to AA. I am gaining on them. A little bit more. Yes, just. Okay. And then. He's too low.
A line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support.
Okay, we've dealt with him. Let's get down to this other zone. How are we doing planes versus planes? We are seriously down on everything else.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
This really does need the bigger guns.
Step it up. We're losing the battle. We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
Couldn't quite catch him enough and couldn't do enough damage. Let's get under him, let's get low, force him to come down towards me, and then swoop back up. Try and help my buddies. The battle's moving away too quickly. Boost, try and bring it on board. Come on, come on. That little bit extra firepower would go a whole... Yes! Whole long way. Let's not be in here. Oh, just too much. I couldn't quite get out. Oh, nicely done by him. Really nicely done. How did we do points-wise? Come on, give me the points. Well, we've got 12, but there's 700, you know. Let's have a look at the planes. 4,000 points. Oh. I need to get to the shop. So sadly, I'm gonna have to call it for this. I will pause. I'll pause for now, and then we'll kit this out and get in to the first properly kitted out game. But sadly, I've got to get to the shop, and we'll have a look at the post game stats when I get back. So bear with me, guys. Okay, right, it was a victory. We managed to capture all of the areas. They went and hid, and we managed to capture them out, and Daona82 did a blinding job and destroyed them completely. Absolutely fantastic, with Timothy and Gresham doing very, very well. So we now see on the other side, they did very well with two Mammut, Fleming, Anatoly, Rudger. Some really good scores by both teams. Incredibly good fun and very, very neat. So, what do we get? So 5,000 points, 27,000 credits, and you can't do that in a bad plane, even with it not being fully equipped. So now we know that you're going to lose that speed anyway. But you need the big guns, and there's nothing else you can really do about it. So what do I want to put in? So I've got twin 20s, which gives more DPS. Let's call up the information on these. Okay, let's compare these two. Now, what are we getting? 100 and 100, 720 meters. The Model 5, the Model 4, 20 mil. Let's check the specs between the two of them. So bear with me. So that gives plus 24. Okay. That gives more weight. You lose a rate of climb, but your armament goes up by a huge amount to 140. So it's really got to be this one. So I want the firepower. And this, we get plus 24 armament. So let's get that on board. So let's research that. Yep, research for 9,000. Purchase and mount. That looks good. And let's actually just bump that in. Boom. So we are fully equipped and ready to rock and roll. Now, I'm short of credits. What does this need? Well, looking at the way it was, you needed, sadly, I don't like to say it, but it was slow to get to target. So I'm going to go for engine tuning because it needs it. It needs something else. And sadly, that top speed, it did seem to be an issue, as well as with changing the guns. I know it's something I wouldn't normally want to do, so I'm going to stick that on. And I know you wouldn't normally want to put it on. Then coming through, let's leave it as that for now. I would possibly make it even more manoeuvrable and give it a light and day airframe. I know that sounds counterproductive because it's about the lightest thing out there anyway. I just want to see what it's really like. So without further ado, let's get into it in this incarnation and see what it's like. So it's not as good as it could be. Imagine this. Well, we'll test it out. If in the dogfight it needs even more, then I'll put those in. And we'll see if the firepower's enough and whether we need to boost up the accuracy. So time will tell from this game to try and hone the A7M to what it should be. I was almost out of the door, and I thought, the little bit of shopping I don't need at the moment, and I had a big thing. I really fancied some jelly babies, and I was going to get a bag of jelly babies and scoff them. And I thought, no, I'm doing this diet thing. I'm on like a fasting diet where you don't eat for as close to the first 8 hours as possible, and then you watch what you're eating. So I thought that would totally ruin that later when I get to actually allow myself to eat. And I thought, shan't I? And I've decided, no, not at the moment. So we'll see what we can do with this. So we're on the same spawn. I'm going to push into the military base.
Allies. Hit the enemy, and we shall win.
All right then. Why, thank you, kind sir. So let's see what we can do. That's nice. Good luck all, have fun. Oh, oops. It should have been good luck all, have fun. Let's see what we can do. See if that... see if we can get into target that little bit faster with the engine upgrade and that additional top speed. So that's really what we need. So yeah, it's we may not quite be able to keep up with people, but as long as we're not too far behind them, let's try and do that little bit of a boost to try and keep up. We're not too far behind like we were in that first game. Sadly, it seems that it's necessary to do this.
We are losing the military base. There are too many enemy
Oh, that
aircraft.
just shreds them. Oh, that's not nice. Yak 15. A tier 9 plane. One of the best. I've got my I love my Yak 15. It's... no, sorry, tier 8. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's... whoa. Only 600 points, but a good 600 points. So let's go for the other airfield. We've just captured the centre. Let's get in, assist over here. It feels good. It does feel really good, apart from when you get something like that taking you down while you're going in after another. So I was still testing the legs, working out what it needs, and if the setup is the right one. Yes, the additional speed and the additional engine has really helped to give it what it really needed, what it was really lacking. And that's sort of the changes you do. You either enhance features that it specialises in, or you boost features that it just doesn't do to be able to give you that edge. So that's sort of that's what the methodology I use. So let's boost in, get in above those, and get ready to come down, and then we'll dive on them and win. That's the plan. Get in, kill them, win. Head for the centre. You, my little friend, say hello to my little friend. Those guns do make a big difference.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
But they do overheat, so that's something to watch, to be aware of. I'm just going to follow him. Close off his escape. Oh yeah! And let's go and get fixed. Very, very useful. So, that wasn't so bad at all. That really wasn't. No one else is over the area, so we should be able to repair very soon. There we go. Come on. There we go. Nice. Let's get back in the fray. How are we doing points-wise? 7, 9. Yeah, those changes really made a big difference. Let's get into the centre. Let's boost to get a little bit of height. But what you've got to watch out for, these guns now do overheat more than you saw with the others. But the additional firepower and the additional range work really did make a difference. We're not really an interceptor, but he needs taking down. My buddy's having problems. I'm going to try and get up. I probably won't be able to, but I'm going to test it out. We need to take him down. He's going from one area to another, just bombing all the time. I know where he's going, so I'm going to try and work my way up. He's just going between the centre and the side bases all the time, constantly. Does the additional engine power actually allow us to do things? He's got someone coming in to protect him. The BF-109. I'm going to deal with him first. Actually, no, probably get a chance to get some shots on this guy first. Only some, though, sadly. I get someone on my tail. Alright, Sunshine, you want to tangle?
The enemy is launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action. Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
Let's just follow him. Take him down when he starts to come back. The difference in the guns really has made... Oh, what? No! Ah! Too many enemy. Oh, shucks. On a one-on-one, no one can get away. They need to have people come in and help them now. You know, it's the same old thing. If you've got a wingman, you're going to be in a better situation. So just under 2,000 points. So it's on target for being where I want things to be.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy.
Okay,
copy?
let's get
Over.
up. How are we doing points-wise? Sheesh, we are seriously down. We just need to kill them. And they're going in bombing the other area. Him going up is really causing us problems. I need to take him out at altitude. Otherwise he will keep just running away and causing us... We're just going to lose. We have to kill them. I hope those guys deal with them. Come on, we're nearly in. 2,300 meters. Where... let's just get in and kill these guys. Shucks.
The airfields are ours. We've got the enemy contained.
Oh dear, no. Just, you don't want to go into an area like that on your own because you're just too flimsy. You can take them, but you can take them plane non-plane, but you don't want to be in an area like that on your own. Sadly, I knew it, but I wanted to try and cause them problems and kill some of them because they were just going to hide there until they won anyway. How are we doing points-wise now? No, we're... it's an interesting situation, so we'll have a look at the post-game stats. Sadly, it was a defeat. But it's highlighted something incredibly useful. That at this point, you're getting with things that are just running away and working together, and you're not able to use that fantastic dogfighting ability to the degree that you could previously. Things have shifted into another gear. Now I understand the shift. Looking at the tech tree, we'll have a look at the... so we lost some money. I'm not used to losing money. GamingBear doesn't lose money. I think this is probably the first game I've ever lost money. What? Sorry. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's another first. Right. Yeah. So 3,000 points. It needs... This version needs to have a little bit more in the way of... I would say the improved covering will help a little bit more hit points, and it suffers from criticals badly for what you're doing. And then, where you go, the Shinton. Now, comparing the two, this moves to being a faster... Let's have a look at the tech tree, and I'll show you what I mean. So, information on this. Now I understand what they've done. Before, without seeing the meta that this was actually in and what it really played like, I expected, because I'm used to at this level going in with, because I've got the Japanese up to this level, the Russian, which is faster, and then this has got this had the hellish amount of maneuverability with eight points, and I was able to work the Russian side of things, but things have got too fast. The airspeed, that 650, just doesn't match, and now you move up, you gain, the airspeed goes up to 720, well, the 720 at the top, the best altitude, 381 from 320. That additional 59 kilometers an hour really makes a difference. The gun armament stays the same, but what this needs is that ability to actually take it to the enemy. 10.8, they've moved to something different, and you can see what they're going for. They're looking at something slightly less considerably less maneuverable, but with better guns. Now let's have a look at the guns. So you've got 420s as opposed to, it says it's running 420s as well. I feel this, they just work, you know. You go from the Type 5W to the Type 5C, and this then fixes the hole that you find with the A7M. It's great in a dogfight, but getting to target is an issue. And when you're in a dogfight, one-on-one, you will win. There's nothing else that'll touch you. Let's compare this directly to the Russian, which I suppose would be the only thing, and which is what I went down first. I went down the Russian line first. So let's look at the Yak 3 and do a straight comparison. So this, I went for the Yak 3 first because of the airspeed. 336 compared to 328. It may seem like only 8 kilometers an hour more, but that 8 kilometers an hour gives it just that bit of an edge. Combining it, gun armament, 3 guns, even more firepower, with a 23mm compared to 420. So it's a slightly different situation. The A7 has got more firepower, but the Yak 3 has just got that additional speed to be able to get to the enemy first, and to be able to keep up with them for longer. We then look at the maneuverability with the two. 8.3 compared to 8, and I looked at them and I didn't see a lot of difference, which is why, as I said, I went up the Yak line. And then with the transition, so what we're getting, the rate of roll, the Yak had not only the 360-degree turn, but the rate of roll of 140, both of those combined makes the Yak 3 a better plane than the A7M, combining it with the additional airspeed and overall more manoeuvrability in a dogfight. The Yak 3, because if the Yak 3 encounters an A7 which gets on its tail, it can use the rate of roll to turn out of it and use the additional 40 degrees a second to effectively try and come in behind the A7 and then rip it to shreds. And that's what I've done time and time again with the Yak 3 against the A7, and you're able to do it. Altitude performance very similar. In other ways they are very similar planes. Survivability, I'll show you, that's the only one we haven't looked at. 4,000 kilos compared to 2,800. So you can see immediately that the hit point, what's got more hit points is the A7, which is actually a new, well, because of the weight difference, the A7's got more weight and less hit points effectively. Because this is lighter at only just under 3,000, the 280 effectively means it's got more hit points and more structural integrity than the Mitsubishi. So that's another reason I chose this line to go up. And then higher tiers, I like the way the Russian Yaks go. So back to the Japanese line. This then shifts to the interceptor side of things, where that additional firepower is needed. Against smaller craft, the 20 mils will work fine. You then go to 30 mils and more, better 30 mils up higher. So it's more of a heavy fighter interceptor. It becomes a multi-role fighter with a couple of bombs. The effect of the bombs: slightly lower airspeed, lower rate of climb with a different altitude, top speed changes. These guns, let's see how they affect. Fantastic gun armament. You lose rate of climb, even more armament, and even more rate of climb you lose. But the engines make up for it with huge airspeeds and some nice optimum airspeed up to 405, which is really nice. So that fills in the holes and allows this to move into what I'm seeing as being lacking from this, which is the speed to target, the chasing ability. The people just try and run away from you. If they know you're in an area, they don't want to come there. It allows you to defend an area very neatly, and that's where this pigeonholes to defend an area. That's what its job is. It's really, really good at doing that. But getting to other areas, you're wasting time. So I still wanted to show the characteristics and work out the best way of using this. So it's more of a get in, capture a zone and hold it, and make that zone yours. But going into places, chasing people is not your forte. And that's where this rock and rolls. And that's its bread and butter. So I hope this helps. I'm the Gaming Bear, and this has been the A7M, the Reppu. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Cheers. Bye.